And we have July 6th, 2018, and we're at the Silver Creek Cliff Tunnel. And we have a beautiful 61-degree day out with a little light breeze. I'm loving that. I like it when it's cooler. And this will be flight 2 of 10. I'm following Highway 61 down to the Canadian border. And so we'll be starting our flight at 260 feet. We're going to go up to 400 feet. And then we're going to drop down to 130 feet. So what the plan is to follow this walking path to the other side and take a peek at the other side of the tunnel. There's a nice spot to park there for this walking path. You get out and you can walk on this blacktop path, walk along the lake here. Looks like we got a couple kayakers down there. It's a fun way to get exercise. You can go out and walk and you can enjoy the beauty. You won't even realize you're getting exercise. But the one thing you want to do, make sure you got some suntan lotion with you. You can get sunburn pretty easy if you burn easily. And if we look there, it looks like we got some water coming down the rocks. Going down Highway 61, it's kind of funny. You'll see water coming out the middle of the rock. There must be a crack or fissure or something like that, and the water seeps down into it and then comes out the side of the rock. Going down Highway 61, there's a lot of rivers coming into the lake. And some of them are moving pretty good, have some pretty nice looking waterfalls, pretty interesting. And we're just about there, but I think now I'm going to go up in height to 400 feet. That'll keep my signal nice and strong. And now we'll just swing around. And there it is, the other side of the tunnel. And now we'll start heading back. It's kind of interesting. You can see the depth of the water change here. And looks like we got a guy doing a little fishing down there. And that's a view of the parking lot. You can park right there and then do some walking on the trails. There's a lot of blacktopped walking trails along the lake here, along Highway 61. I saw a lot of people biking, so if you're into that, there's a lot of trails to bike on. I know if I lived in this area, I'd probably be a lot healthier. I'd be in a lot better shape, I think. And now here it looks like the water drops off a little faster. And there goes a couple motorcycles down the highway. One of the interesting things that I noticed as I was driving down Highway 61, you get people driving different speeds. You know, some people do 55, there's some people doing 50, and normally when you're driving down the highway, there's people just tearing by you, you know, passing and trying to get somewhere in a hurry. I didn't notice a lot of people passing. They just took their time, they were relaxed. It was really kind of nice. People were very courteous. I was coming out of a restaurant, and there was a long line of traffic, and it was hard to get back in. Somebody stopped and just let me come in. Everybody waited for me, and I thought, you know, that's pretty nice. I think there's a lot of good people out there, a lot of nice people. The one thing I like about coming up in this area is you feel like you're really welcome. You know, everybody's coming up to enjoy themselves, to relax, and it's just kind of nice. You see families up here, kids playing, having a good time. Oh, the fish must not be biting there. Looks like the guy's moving. Yeah, now what I decide to do is come down and look at the side of the hills here. Kind of a little drop off going to the water there. The one thing I saw when I was flying back from looking at the other side of the tunnel was there was a little cave. And I thought I'd check that out. So I don't know how deep it is there because there's kind of a shadow on it. But it's kind of interesting. You can see it gets shallow right by the cave going out into the water there. You can see there must be a rock structure right below the water level. I imagine that's kind of where that guy was fishing, maybe hoping to catch some fish that were staying by some of these shelves that were sticking out. Oh, there's another cave right there. Slowly eroding the shoreline away. Yeah, now we'll kind of get in position to land here. So it's time to pack up and head on down the road. That was Silver Creek Cliff Tunnel.